Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fatah Fakrullah bin Ali. My matric number is CE 21-100-113. Today, for this lab, I'm going to explain about the main switchboard. So the main switchboard is actually the main of the main controlling power for that distribute the current and power to all the facilities. At once, at one part of the MCB, there are two MCB, which is called MSB1 and MSB2. This is actually only one side. For this one side, and this one side, there's actually another, but it's being cropped out. So the first thing, usually the basic safety before we start any activities regarding electricities, the basic thing is actually rubber mat, rubber gloves, and maybe for extra safetyness with safety helmet and tools, electrical tools. Then, so before turning on the MCB, we must make sure all the load here is in off condition, and all the switch here and also beside the MCB is in off condition. Then after that, we switch on the supply for the MCB. The supply at the side of the MCB, there's a switch there. We turn on that first, and then we have to connect the SCB bus bar. To do that, we have to open this part of the MCB. There is a door. We have to open, and then there's a charging handle where we need to charge. Let me see if I can zoom in. So there's actually a slot here to charge the bus bar, connecting the SCB. Using the charging handle, we insert the charging handle and we turn clockwise. The charging handle is look like an Allen key. We just insert the charging handle and turn clockwise until the SCB bus bar is fully connected. Then after that, we turning on the SCB. Before we turn on the SCB, we have to manually charge the coil. There's an indicator here which shows the coil is charged or not. So by doing so, we have to, there's a lever here, also here. There's a lever, we have just to pull down the lever, pull up and down, until it is fully charged. And then we can turn on the SCB by pushing this button here. Okay? The same SCB1, MSB2. And then after that, yeah, of course, we stand on the rubber mat for the whole operating. After turning on the MSB, then we can check the indicator. It shows the bus bar supply is ready. So the indicator will show, and then we can after we finish at this part here, and then we can start here. But before operating this part of MSB, we need to report or inform the maintenance or the supervisor consultant, so make sure they are ready to receive power to prevent hazard, to prevent injuries when there are maintenance doing work and then we turn on the supply because fatality. Okay, then after that, before turning on the MCCB here, right, we can switch on the power factor capacitance right here. We switch on the power factor capacitance and then we turn on the MCB one by one. That's it. That's it for MSB1. And then to do the MSB2, actually the same thing, repeat the same thing as MSB1. The same thing. There's another switch for MSB2 beside the side of the MSB. There's two level switch. Just do the same thing. That's all. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Amirul Hakimi bin Zarawi and my metric number is DE200121, and now I will explain about the bus bar coupling. As we can see here, this is MSB1 and here this is the MSB2. The MSB1 and MSB2 should be turned on to supply to the low voltage current, so we can do the busbar coupling for MSB1 and MSB2. The key C1 and C2 are inserted to the exchange box. As we can see here, this is the exchange box. To do the busbar coupling, one of them must be turned on and one of them must be turned off to make sure the busbar coupling happen. One of them should be have source to support the coupling and one of them should be cut off the source. We need to do the coupling supply source from MSP2 to support the MSP1, MSP2 to support the MSP1. Then the busbar coupling happens. The MSB1 is turned on to help the MSB2 is turned on to help the MSB1, which is turned off to do the coupling. And then remove the key from the ELCB. As we can see here, this is the ELCB. To lock it to the key exchange box. After that, the two isolated lock keys C1 and C2 should be used to free the interlock on the bus that isolated with MSB1 and MSB2. Remove the C1 key and lock it to the MSB interlock isolated key, as we can see here, and turn off the isolated key, and it will free the interlock isolated. Both interlock isolator is free to be switched on to complete the busbar coupling operation. The respective power supply indicator lamp, which is, as we can see here, this is the respective power supply indicator lamp. It will indicate the respective panel keys are energized by the other panels. Thank you, and that's all from me.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Khairul Amibi Abdrahim. My metric number is DE190189 and I will present how to restore to the normal normal supply condition after we have done with our maintenance. So the first procedure is we need to inform our consumer that we need to turn off the power supply, and we can turn it off here. We can turn off the switch, and after that we turn off the power factor capacitor bank. Next, we check the current status at MSB1, it should be 0, and turn on the isolator at MSB1. Also, we check the busbar supply. It should be de-energized. The lights indicator will be switched off. Next, we turn on the isolator at MSB2. Remove the isolator's key and place it on their slot here. After that, we remove the ACB key from its slot. Is in the middle from both of the isolators. We unlock the ACB by inserting the ACB key and turn it clockwise. The next step is we supply the MSB1 with power supply from the isolator. The switch should be on the left side of this picture. We can't see it. And the lights at the main supply will turn on, indicates that the incoming MSB1 already have power supply. So we take the handle and insert it here. After that, we turn it clockwise until the indicator at the connect position. This indicator, it shows it is in disconnect condition, and it will connect until here. So after that, we remove the handle from the ACB, charge the ACB using the charging handle until the indicator here shows it is charged, and we can turn on the ACB. Okay, next we check the indicator on busbar supply, and it should be on, and we can also check the voltage, either it is in balanced condition or not. After that, we can turn on the power supply, but before we turn on the power supply, we need to inform our consumer that we need to turn it on. So firstly, we turn on the power factor capacitor bank and turn on the RCCB to supply power to the consumer. So after we turn it on, we can check the current status, and we can see the increment when they are in use. So then wait for a few minutes to ensure the system is stable. Remove the signage and record the maintenance work at the logbook. The last step is we need to close the permit that we has applied for the work. That's all from me. Thank you.